Well, howdy there, folks. This is your host, ID Jester. Thanks for checking out my video. We're going to be looking at Out of the Park Baseball 17. Of course, it's made by the Out of the Park development team. This is quite a successful baseball simulation game. It's now in the 17th version, I believe. Of course, being a baseball simulation game, we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and figure out what it does, if it's something you might be interested in. For full disclosure, I should mention that the fine folks at Out of the Park Development did send me a free copy of this game so I could get it out to you guys, show you some information, and kind of do a review on the game. So thanks to them for this. So let's go ahead and delve into it, just like we've been doing with our other baseball simulation games. We're going to kind of go over the interface, kind of talk about what it does, play a game, see if it's something that you might be interested in. I know that I've played probably 5 or 6 different baseball simulation games in the last couple months. Each of them has their own strengths and weaknesses. They kind of cater to a different crowd based upon what you're looking to do and what kind of baseball simulation, what it means to you and what it does well and what it doesn't do well. So you can see here we have all different kinds of options here with Out of the Park Baseball 17. Continue game, load a historical game. Load a historical exhibition game, create a custom game, create a standard game, import your data from Out of the Park 16, and of course start a new quick game. So we're going to start a new standard game here, and you can see right off the bat one of the strengths of Out of the Park Baseball is that it has a ton, and I do mean a ton, of all kinds of different leagues that you can delve into if you're into that kind of thing. So if you want to manage some team in the Japanese baseball league, you can do that. You can include that in your league file. Korean baseball, Taiwanese baseball, Mexican, Cuban, Italian, Dutch, Australian, U.S. Independent League, the Japanese Independent League, whatever you want. So we're just going to start up a Major League Baseball simulation here. Letting that load up. So, I mean, if you wanted to, Out of the Park Baseball, one of the things that it does really, really, really well is that it simulates the front manager part of baseball to the 1000th degree. It's not easy to learn. It's not. It's an in-depth baseball simulation of being a front office manager for a baseball team, and you have to manipulate everything about that, your budgets, your players, signing different players, bringing up your minor leaguers. And we're not talking about just like your AAA. We're talking about your AA, your AAA, your minor league, your hopefully this will load up so I can actually get in and show you. But we're talking about filling out your roster for every single part of it. Of course, you can let the game simulate all that on the back end and just focusing on becoming a manager and managing just the players on your team. So it's very flexible in what it does, depending on what you're looking for in your baseball simulations. Are you looking for something really in depth? Are you looking for something that's easy to manage? Is it something you do or don't want to do? This game has a lot of flexibility built into it. Normally it doesn't take this long to load up. It could be the fact that I'm recording that's slowing it down a little bit, so don't fret that it takes a long time to load things. Another advantage Out of the Park Baseball 17 has is that it'll actually has a license with the Major League Baseball, so you can use real players, real logos, real stadiums. You don't have to try import those yourselves because it is endorsed and has the license for the Major League Baseball. So you can set up your own profile here, and then you can make some big decisions. Do you want to just be the manager? Do you want to be the general manager, or do you want to do both? So manager is a manager of a team. So think of Mike Matheny. He's the manager of the Cardinals. He runs the clubhouse for the Cardinals. He doesn't care about how much it costs for tickets or who in what kind of player they have in the AAA, AA, single A. He just manages the team that he has. Obviously, you have your general manager. He's kind of your front office person, worried about all the back end stuff, but he doesn't really do anything with the day-to-day operations on the field. He doesn't make any decisions there, or you can play with both. I'm going to be the manager because that's what I like to do. But actually, you know what? I'm going to switch to both, so that way I have a better way to show you everything in the game. You can also play in commissioner mode, and in commissioner mode, you basically control every team, and you can edit all of the players. You have complete control over everything. So you're the commissioner of Major League Baseball. So I will check that for this, just again to show you some options. And of course, you can click on this can't be fired. So because you're managing, or you're the front office manager for a team, and if your team goes 36 and 122, they're probably going to be looking to get rid of you. So for example, we will just choose, let's see, I'm just trying to find somebody I don't normally, let's be Toronto. No, let's not be Toronto. Let's be the White Sox. Sure. We'll be the manager and general manager for the White Sox. So display player salaries and contract values for the MLPA players in the game are not official. I understand. All right. So that's just basically saying that if a player is making $12.6 million in the game, it might not be exactly what he's making because, for security purposes or whatever. Anyways, here's our front manager panel here, and you can see there's just a ton of stuff going on. It does take some time to get used to this game. It might take you several different years to, playing. This is, as I said, Out of the Park Baseball 17. So obviously it comes out usually every year, 15, 16, 17. New updates, new added features. You can see we have, if you go to our manager news here, there's basically email messages that come in to you from the owners saying this is what we expect. We want a winning record. We want to get our nationality popular player. We want to acquire one, and we want to reach the World Series within the next 4 years. And I will check on you periodically throughout the year. So you have goals set up. This is what they expect for you. Now, of course, we checked on can't be fired, so it doesn't matter what I do because they can't fire me. But of course, if you want to play more realistic, you leave that box unchecked. We can see what happens. All kinds of different information here. I'm just going to be clicking through a lot of different screens just so you guys can see them at home. Here's manager setup. Here's our different information. Again, if we go back to the manager's office, You see our standings, our personal information, our team finances, how much money we have available for free agents, how much, is there any team injuries, team batting leaders, pitching leaders. Check out the statistics of all of our different players. This is just happens to be the manager's office, but you can see all of these tabs along the side. Oh, there's a lot more to it. So we can, I'm going to wait on this one. Let's go to the home page. Well, we're at the home page. This is our email. Then we have the search the player short list. So we could search for, create a new short list of player names. Yep, I'm not going to mess with that right now either. Manager news. We can look at our search players. Well, let's look at this MLB home page. So you can see what the other teams are doing, what transactions are happening, all kinds of different things with the other teams. See the league standings, and of course everything in this game has got a hyperlink to something else. So we click on the Mets, it'll bring up the Mets, and we can click on right-handed pitcher Ardonia Ventura. Click on him, bring up all the information. Then we're not talking about just a little bit of information. We are talking about an over-the-top amount of information. Defensive ratings, all kinds of different defensive ratings. Pitcher ratings on his stuff, his movement, his control, his fastball, his cutter, his curveball, his changeup. His overall rating, his potential rating. So he has the potential to be a 3.5 star. Right now he's only a 2-star. Stamina, the ability to hold runners, sacrifice bunt, bunt for hits, and of course all of his actual real life stats. Tons and tons and tons of stats. We can look at his contract. So it's going to expire after the 2020 season. I was signed prior to the 2015 season and signed for $33 million for 6 years. Here's his remaining salaries for each of the years. Scouting report. All kinds of different information just about this one player. His fielding stats. Now obviously it's going to be blank because we haven't played any games with him. Obviously there's all kinds of different ways to play the game. As the manager here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to click back on our team here. Look at our Chicago White Sox here. And we're going to play to opening day here. And you will see just a ton of information popping up here as spring training gets underway and is auto-generated here. Ah, look, we received a personal message. What's this message? Newspaper in Seattle, Minnesota report that the Marlins have reached a deal sending Steve Clevenger and a 24-year-old minor leaguer to Shantez Mack for the Twins for 28-year-old shortstop Eduardo Nunez. So find out all kinds of information that's going on from different teams. So we want to just autoplay till our next game here. Let our preseason spring training unfold. And it is now opening day here for the White Sox. We can play the game in Oakland, which we will do. So you guys can see what some manager options are in the game. Alright, so you can basically set up, over here on the left hand side, you can basically set up a lot of game mechanics if you don't want to actually replay the games and manage them yourself. You can say, okay, base running strategy. So we're going to use my base running strategy. What is my base running strategy? Well, you can go in and determine all that stuff. There's all kinds of different options in here. As we're playing the game here, you can look at the records, the overall records, stolen bases, strikeouts, hits, just tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and say start the game here. So the first thing to note, there are basically 3 different views you can play in. There's the broadcast view. This is kind of a less graphical interface mode. We get a lot more statistics. You also have the webcast view, which is just very generic. And then you have your 3D view. Now the cool thing with 3D view is, I believe it's new this year, 2017 version, is the ball will actually move around and you'll see the players, the little icons will kind of move around on the field. I kind of like that, so we'll do an inning or two of each one so you can just see the differences. And of course you have a ton of statistics about everything you can possibly want. Here's his average from last year, how he's doing this year. You can see the lineups. It actually renders an auto-generated face, which I believe is also new this year. It might have been in last year, I forget, but it auto-generates a face for you. So we'll just go ahead and swing away here. And looks like a lazy pop fly to right field. You can see him go over there. And you can see the information up here. Basically talks about it. 2-0 pitch, blah, blah, blah. So this is the 3D mode. Just click it to go to the next batter. You see most of the important stats on each of the different players' icons there. Oop, he bobbled it, and is that going to let us get on first base? Does look like it, yep. Reached on an error. Melky Cabrera strides to the plate. So we got a man on first. So we can actually figure out how Sonny Gray, what's his hold. His hold is a 55, so kind of yellow, so he's not very good at holding runners. We can look at Stephen Voigt here to find out his catcher arm is a 60, so our steal is a 60. So Cabrera's pretty decent, not overwhelmingly fast, but pretty decent. Jose Abreu, well, let's try a steal, whatever. Let's try a steal. So we're going to steal second base here. Count goes to 1-0. We didn't take off that time. Must not have got a very good jump. 1-1. Steal second. Ball goes to 2-1. Let's do a hit and run. Get in there. Okay, Melky Cabrera steals second base. Looks like we swang at the ball and missed it, so it's a 2-2 count. So you can do actually pitch by pitch mode, or you can do one pitch simulating the whole at bat. Let's go ahead and swing away now. Oh, get it. Alright, 2 outs, but we got a man on third now. Base hit will drive in a run. Oh, that's going to be in the corner for a double at least. Go, go, go. And he's stand-up double. Alright, Todd Frazier there. Chicago goes up 1-0. Adam Eaton. Right, 3, you're down. Alright, so that's that kind of that view, 3D view. It's kind of just nice to watch where the ball goes. Obviously, since it's the first year of the actual movement of the players and everything, it's kind of generic. Hopefully they'll keep working on it, and in a couple years it might be a lot better than it is right now. Right now it's serviceable. So that is 3D view. Most players will probably play in this mode here because it's a little bit faster. So we'll just pitch. And this mode, it basically just shows you where the ball goes. You won't see the players move or anything like that. It basically tells you what happens. So looks like we have a double, and player just pops over there. So Coco Crisp is on with the double. Here's the ground out to first base. So Coco Crisp was able to go over to third. And a strikeout, so that's nice. Now we have 2 outs. We have Chris Davis up there. And again, doesn't really show, but you got to kind of read. 3 outs, no runs, no hits. No runs, 1 hit, no error. There we go. So that's that mode. We'll go back to webcast mode here and show you what this is like. Swing away. And we got a base on balls. Austin Jackson. Good old Austin Jackson. What do we know about you, buddy? Sometimes in some of the modes it's hard to actually click on the players, so we'll just swing away here. Grounds into a double play, 4-6-3. Swing away. Fly out to right field. And you can see if you're just simulating the game, it's pretty quick. Reached on error. Drop throw. He steals second base. 3-2 pitch, strikeout swing. That's good. And strikes out another one there. So, and he grounds into 5-3, retired to the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error. Runner left on. Score remains 1-0 White Sox. So here's all your information on the pitch. First pitch was a splitter, went 86 mile an hour, etc. Shows your location. All kinds of information you can look at and delve into. You can configure the screen, which is a nice option. Maybe not this one. Let's see. Can we configure this one? Yep. So you can configure this one where you're going to put certain things. Same thing with the 3D view. You can configure where things are at, how big they are, etc. So it's kind of a nice feature. So you can figure out, how much stuff you want to display on the screen, how much stuff you don't. I do like this mode kind of the best right now just because it makes it feel more, like you're there, kind of. Swing away. And over, you saw that one right over the third base head. So Tyler Saldonado got us a base hit there. Melky Cabrera back up. Melky Cabrera already stole 1 base. Let's see here. He's got contact 60, so he makes contact a lot. So let's try another hit and run and see what we can do. Oh, come on, get in there. Is he safe? He's safe, and we're 2 for 2 stealing bases, so that's good. All right, Milky, swing away now. Oh. Swing away. Oh. You're killing me, guys. You're killing me. Of course, you can substitute, obviously. Bring in players. However you see the need for different positions. You can do sorting by catcher. Who's my catchers? Who's my left fieldman? what's their different stats, what's their all that information. So Oakland, same thing. There's different options you can put in. How you want to play the game. You want to display the player photos. You can display, nope, I just want to just display their info. Show field header. Yes. The size of the ball, the jersey colors, all kinds of different things. And a lot of these may or not be available depending on which view you're choosing. So we'll go to broadcast view again, and you can switch to one pitch mode or pitch by pitch mode, whatever you want to do. So Sale is going to throw and goes to 1-0. So you can get in every pitch. We'll just, for replay purposes, we'll just simulate a bat here. Strike out another one. Chris Sale's off to a roll here. That one's hit deep. Deep fly out, but it's an out. So that would have been a good one to actually watch in 3D mode, because you can actually watch and see how close it would have made it. Oh, that's going to be caught. Yep, alright. Todd Frazier, which of course everybody knows, was not on the Chicago White Sox until after the trade deadline. So why is he in the first game here? Well, good question. Because the game updates all the player moves and stuff. Wow. Another strikeout. And that's going to fall in there for a base hit. Alright. So Brett Lawrie's up. Right-hander against Sonny Gray, the right-hander. Alright. We're going to steal second base on him again. No, we're not. Steal. Oh, he's going to be out by a mile. Oh, he threw it into center field. Go, 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 go. That's going to be an error. All right, it's good for us. Let's see if Brent Lowry can get a hit. That might fall in. Fall. Yes, it does. And it's 2-0 Chicago. Swing away. Oh, that one got by the catcher. Wild pitch, and Oakland's falling apart here. First game of the season. Uh-oh. That wasn't a very good hit, but so we can there is a way to advance the time. Oh, here it is down here at the bottom. Sorry. So if I just want to go, you know what? Go to the 7th inning. So it'll just simulate to the 7th inning here. And now it's the 7th inning. If we want to go to 9th inning, let's just simulate to the 9th inning. Let's simulate a half an inning. And let's simulate another half inning. So one of the coolest and best features that Out of the Park Baseball has is after the game, it gives you this nice little write-up here, and it's just so cool the way they can take what happened in the game and condense it into a nice little, crowds lined up early in front of Ocho Coliseum, eagerly awaiting the start of the 2016 Major League Baseball season. On the mound was Chris Sale for the visiting Chicago White Sox and Sonny Gray for the hometown Oakland Athletics. In the spirited contest, the White Sox pulled out the win, defeating the Athletics by a score of 2-1, earning Player of the Game honors was Chris Sale. Sale made it look easy. He scattered 5 hits over 9 innings while racking up 9 strikeouts. Left-hander up to season record to 1-0. Feels good to get the job done, Sale said after the game. Has a nice little graph over here showing you the probability of winning the game. And then, of course, here's your stat line, which has just got an insane amount of information that you can look at. We can click on this player and find out. Oop, there we go. All kinds of information. I just love this little sheet like this. It's like you could print this out and keep them. I mean, that's how cool they look. It's just perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better there. So we can save it. Enter the file name. Game 1 or whatever. We're just going to go ahead and leave the game here and check out. You can see there's little icons above things, so we can click on it to find out what's going on here. Why do I have 8 messages? What are my 8 messages? One of them is the power rankings, so you can check out the power rankings. It looks like somebody's out with an injury here. Daniel Murphy's out 5 to 6 weeks. Sanchez suffers an injury. Holster reports the top 100 prospects. So you can check out the top 10 prospects here. You can go to the full. And then, of course, welcome to opening day and all kinds of different things. So it really gets you in if you're playing as the front office manager. It really gets you in. It feels like you're actually, you're getting emails. You're part of the game. You're not just sitting here clicking on buttons. You're learning about what's going on. And of course, every time you play this, it's totally different because other players will be getting hurt. Other players will be getting traded. All kinds of, differences. And of course, if we go back to the start screen here, we can play a historical game. So we might want to say, you know what? We're going to choose the, 1964. And we're going to optimize players for single season or career. We can import complete history up to 1964. Do we want to? Or we want to keep it fictional? That's your choice. Import real minor leaguers. Use random players on all errors instead of real rosters. No. So, it's up to, you what you want to do. But you can use, you can go all the way back to the early years and play 1875. If you really, really wanted to, you go back to 1875 and play all the games that happened during that year. You could manage one of the teams. Just, the defensive era, 1980 to 1992. Let's play 1987. So we can cancel out of that. We can let's actually go back. How do I go back? No, it's canceled. There we go. There we go. There we go. We can do a historical exhibition. So we can say, okay, I want to put certain teams up here. So let's see here. So we're going to select the home team. How about the... let's see. Power years. 2003. Home team is going to be the Cubs. And of course we could choose any other team. The golden years, 1950, Chicago White Sox. We can do a 5-game series with 2 home, 2 away, and then 1 at home. Figure out who wins the best of 5 between these 2 teams. In the World Series. We can actually just select a World Series. Let's play the 1934 World Series. Boom, just like that. Awesome. But no, I have a better idea. Let's go back to 2003 and the Cubs. And we'll do... How about the Florida Marlins, 2003? How about we play a 7-game series from 2003 between the Cubs and the Yankees and see what happens, shall we? We can do it. Boom, great exhibition. That's it. Done. We're playing it just like that. So whatever your heart's content from 1870, what is it? Whatever number it was. But, yep, all kinds of different things that you can do inside this game. Let's cancel out of this. So, flip teams, no. Return to the main screen. So you can see that just having tons and tons of things to do, lots and lots of options. Let's just load back up what we had going on here. You can see our record here. We can just, you know what? Simulate to the All-Star game. Just do it. Just go. Boom. And just like that, you can see teams flashing on there. Tyler Salando was diagnosed with a broken bone in the elbow. He's out for at least 8 months. Oh, great. Now I can get in there, manipulate it, because I am part of the front office manager now, and I can manipulate all that stuff. But if I don't do anything about it, like I say, okay, I don't care, just simulate to the All-Star game, the computer will do it for me. It's not going to just ignore that. Uh-oh. Dead arm. Just simulate for me, please. And you see that was only like 4 games in the season, or 8 games in the season. We had lots of things going on. We're 2.5 back, 3 games back. Royals, 2 games back for the Royals here. We received a personal message. Welcome to... Oh, it's from our owner telling me, don't forget, we have to be playing better than 500% baseball. Okay, delete your message. Thank you. Just delete it. And go back to... Hey, we got an achievement, Pitcher of the Month. Good for us. Should mention, this game is on Steam. So you can purchase it off the Steam client, which is, hey, Pitcher of the Month, look at us go. Who was our pitcher? Of course, Chris Sale. Yep, Pitcher of the Month, yay for us. To the 2000 All-Star game. Alright, somebody's able to come off the disabled list. And of course, a lot of players will love that and be able to bring up. We have... here's salaries and accounting and personnel, pitching, lineup, strategies. Here's our strategies here. How much base running should we do? Should we be aggressive? Should we be, in the green? Should we be way up there, aggressive base running? Should we intentional walk players less often? Maybe play the infield in, maybe less aggressively. Make all kinds of, this is all the time, all the scores. But if it's late, late in innings, 7th and 8th, you can fine tune that as well. So here's the Charlotte Knights, which is the AAA team for the Chicago White Sox. We talked about that. We also have the Chicago White Sox, of course. They're the major league team. Of course, we have the Charlotte Knights International League AAA team. We have the Birmingham Barons, the Southern League AA team. We have the Winston-Salem Dash, which is the Carolina League A+. We have the Canalopus Intimidators, South Atlantic League A League. We have the Chicago A DSL White Sox Dominican Rookie League. We have the Great Falls Voyager Pioneer League. And of course, the Chicago A White Sox Arizona Rookie League. Yeah. So, we can go to the Birmingham Barons and check on their lineup. There's their lineup. There they are. Go Birmingham. Woohoo! Go Barons. Let's see their record. Let's see how they're doing. Where are they? Where is their... Does it tell us how they're doing? Oh, they're 17-17. They're 4 games back, third in the Southeast Division. Oh, come on, Birmingham. Get with the program there, buddy. We can actually go back to their game on April 12th, where they won 3-2, and we can click on it. Doesn't look like we can actually... I thought you could. Let's go back to their schedule. There we go. Oh, there we go. There's the Jackson Generals. That's what happened that day. Now, can we get the box scores? Report's not. Oh, come on. Give me the report. I want to know who hit the winning run there. Who was the winning pitcher? So anyways, it's good to have lots of information. It's good to have all this stuff built in so players that want to be able to do that can do it. I don't personally want to do it, but I'm sure there's lots of people out there that love this stuff and love to do this stuff. But for some people, it's just too much. So you have to look at it both sides. Having a lot of stuff is good, but it can be kind of daunting for some people, and it might be too much for some people that just, I don't want to have to try to figure everything out, which is, obviously a viable option. So I want to go to the All-Star game. And I think there's a way to actually tell it to ignore any incoming messages. Let's see if it comes up again. I thought there was a way to do that. I apologize, I can't remember, but I think there's a way to tell it. It might be in the options menu actually. File, game options, settings maybe. Oh, here. I think. Oh, go away. I think there's a way in here to tell it. No, that's the autosave and log, scouting reports. I think there's a way to actually get in here. I apologize. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I don't have time to really try to figure it out right now for you guys, so let's just have it simulate some more games. Oh my god. Yes, we understand that. Alright, we'll just simulate till next week. There we go. Alright, let's look at our home team. Let's see how our players are doing. You can find out. Hey, batting leader is Melky Cabrera. Pitching leader, Jose Quintana, 249 pitcher. He's actually beating Chris Sale. Let's put him on the trade block and see what we can get for him, right? We got 99 messages in just a couple weeks of actual time here. Let's look at our schedule here. So we are 19-20. 3.5 games back. We're not playing 500 baseball. We're going to get fired by our owner. That's a definite possibility. Now, I think we went against the Yankees. Yeah, we can bring up these stat sheets. But doing his part for Chicago was left fielder Melky Cabrera, who stroked a 2-run single in the top of the second. For the game, Cabrera was 1 for 4 with a walk, while adding 2 RBIs. Winning the game is always the first objective, Cabrera said. Oh, that's funny. I love these little things like that. So that's a look at Inside the Park Baseball. Again, very in-depth. I would have to say, for as in-depth as it is and as much information it has, it does have a pretty good interface. Without a good interface, it would just be too much stuff. But with this, it's got a pretty good interface to be able to get around and control things. And like I said, the game will automatically, if I get players and they're injured, it'll automatically adjust my starting lineups for me. I don't have to do all that stuff. It's up to you how much you want to do. You can just get in and auto-play the games and then manipulate your team, or you can just get in and replay the games and let the computer manipulate the team and everything like that. And you just play the games, or you can do both. So it's nice to have those options. But there is a lot of stuff there, and a lot of good stuff. So that's a look at Out of the Park Baseball 17. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Hopefully this was informative if you have not familiar with this game or haven't tried it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.